Here's the brutal truth nobody wants to admit. Your productivity system is failing because you're treating it like a relationship that needs constant romance and passion. You wake up Monday morning thinking, today's the day. I'm going to be productive. I'm motivated. I'm ready. And by Wednesday, you're back to scrolling, procrastinating, and wondering where your willpower went. Here's what they don't tell you. Willpower is a terrible foundation for productivity. It's like building a house on quicksand and being surprised when it sinks. The people you think are naturally disciplined, they're not running on superhuman motivation. They're running on systems so automatic they don't even think about them anymore. Today, I'm giving you 3 atomic habit chains that remove willpower from the equation entirely. These systems trigger automatically, stack on each other, and make productivity non-negotiable. Let's get into it. The problem with willpower. First, let's destroy the myth that's been sabotaging you. You've been sold a lie that productive people are more motivated, more passionate, more disciplined than you. Wrong. Productive people are just better at removing decisions from their day. They've built what I call habit chains, sequences of tiny tasks that trigger each other automatically, like dominoes falling in perfect succession. Think about your morning routine. You don't wake up and debate whether to brush your teeth. You don't stand in your bathroom having an existential crisis about toothpaste. You just do it. It's automatic, non-negotiable. That's the power we're hijacking for your productive habits. Because here's the problem. Every time you have to decide whether to start working, you're burning mental energy. You're creating friction. You're allowing your brain to talk you out of it. And your brain, it's really good at talking you out of things. So instead of relying on motivation, which is about as reliable as a chocolate teapot, we're building chains, sequences, systems that bypass the negotiation phase entirely. Let me explain why this works. Your brain loves patterns. It's constantly looking for ways to conserve energy and create shortcuts. That's what habits are, mental shortcuts. When you stack small actions together consistently, your brain starts recognizing the pattern. Task A automatically triggers the thought of task B. Task B cues task C. Before you know it, the entire sequence runs like a pre-programmed routine. This is called implementation intention in psychology, but I'm going to save you the academic jargon and give you the practical version. If you do X, then you automatically do Y. Simple, powerful, automatic. But here's where most people screw this up. They try to build massive chains right away. They want to go from 0 to hero in one day. I'm going to wake up, meditate for 30 minutes, journal, work out, do deep work for 4 hours, and stop. You're setting yourself up to fail. We're building atomic chains, tiny, almost embarrassingly small sequences that are so easy you can't not do them. Because here's the truth. A system you actually follow beats a perfect system you abandon by Tuesday. Let's start with the most important chain, the pre-work chain. This is your 15-minute sequence that shifts your brain from just woke up mode to deep focus mode. No coffee-dependent miracles required. Here's the exact chain. Step 1, hydrate. 2 minutes. Before you touch your phone, before you check email, before you do anything else, drink 16 ounces of water. Here's why this matters more than you think. Your brain is 73% water. After 6 to 8 hours of sleep, you're literally dehydrated. Studies show that even mild dehydration, we're talking just 1 to 2% loss in body water, reduces cognitive performance, impairs concentration, and increases perceived difficulty of tasks. Translation, you're starting your day with your brain running on fumes, and you don't even know it. But here's the real genius of this step. It's a physical trigger. You're not thinking about work yet. You're not psyching yourself up. You're just drinking water. It's so simple your groggy, half-asleep brain can handle it. Here's how to make it automatic. Fill a 16-ounce water bottle or glass the night before and leave it on your nightstand or bathroom counter. Make it the first thing you see when you wake up. Use the same container every day. Your brain will start associating that specific bottle with morning start. If you want to level this up, add a squeeze of lemon or a pinch of sea salt for electrolytes. The key is to make this so effortless that not doing it would actually require more effort. You're building momentum with the easiest possible win. And here's what most people miss. This isn't just about hydration. You're training your brain that mornings follow a sequence. Water comes first, always. No negotiation, no debate. That's the foundation of the entire chain. Step 2. Desk setup, 3 minutes. Now we're moving into the space where work happens, and this is where most people sabotage themselves before they even start. You sit down at your desk, and what do you see? Yesterday's coffee mug, 17 open browser tabs, your phone lighting up with notifications, a stack of papers you've been ignoring for 3 weeks. Visual chaos. Your brain sees all of this and goes, "Nope, overwhelming, let's check Instagram instead." You're gonna fix this permanently. Here's your 3-minute desk setup protocol. Minute 1, physical reset. Clear everything off your desk except your computer and one notebook. Yes, everything. That random book, those pens you never use, that charging cable for a device you sold 2 years ago. If it's not essential to your first task, it doesn't belong in your workspace right now. Wipe down your desk if it needs it. A clean surface signals a fresh start. Minute 2, digital reset. Close every single browser tab except what you need for your first task. Close Slack, email, and every other communication app. Turn off all desktop notifications. Put your phone in another room, or at minimum, face down in a drawer. Open only the specific application or document you need for your first task. Minute 3, environment optimization. Adjust your lighting, natural light if possible, or a good desk lamp. Set the temperature if you control it. Slightly cool is better for focus than warm. Put on noise-canceling headphones or play focus music if that helps you. Position your water bottle within reach. Here's why this matters. Your environment is constantly sending signals to your brain about what behaviors to perform. A cluttered, chaotic desk signals, we're in reactive mode, we're scattered, we're overwhelmed. A clean, intentional workspace signals, we're in control, we're focused, we're ready to execute. This is called environmental design, and it's one of the most underrated productivity tools available. You're essentially making the right behavior the path of least resistance. Think about it. When your desk is clear, your browser is clean, and your phone is gone, what else are you going to do? Stare at the wall? You might as well work. That's the point. You're removing every possible distraction and escape route. And here's the bonus. This 3-minute reset also serves as a psychological transition. You're not thinking about getting ready to maybe start working. You're physically preparing your workspace. You're engaging in a ritual that tells your brain work mode is activating now. Step 3, 3-minute plan. This is where most people either overthink everything or skip planning entirely. Both approaches fail. Here's what you're going to do instead. Grab your notebook and write down exactly 3 things. Not your entire to-do list. Not every task that exists in the universe. 3. Your big 3 for today. Here's the format. Task 1, the most important thing you must complete today. Task 2, the second most important thing. Task 3, the third most important thing. That's it. Full stop. But here's where the magic happens. These aren't just any 3 tasks. You're going to be strategic about this. Rule 1. At least one task should scare you a little bit. If all 3 tasks are easy, comfortable, and safe, you're playing too small. One of them should be something you've been avoiding, something that requires real focus and energy. That uncomfortable project, that difficult conversation, that creative work you keep pushing to tomorrow. Rule 2. Each task should be completable today. Don't write, finish entire website redesign. Write, complete homepage mockup. Don't write book. Write 500 words of Chapter 3. Make them specific. Make them achievable. Make them measurable. Rule 3. Everything else is optional. This is critical. Those 3 tasks are your non-negotiables. If you complete those 3 and nothing else, today was a success. Period. Everything else on your to-do list? Bonus material. Nice to have, not essential. This does 2 things. First, it eliminates decision fatigue. You're not going to spend your day wondering what to work on. You already decided. It's written down. There's no debate. Second, it creates clarity and focus. Most people fail at productivity not because they're lazy, but because they're trying to do 17 things at once. They're scattered, they're reactive, they're chasing every shiny object. You're not doing that. You're a laser, not a flashlight. Write your big 3. Underline them. Circle them if you want to get fancy. These 3 tasks are your North Star for the entire day. And here's a pro tip. Once you write these 3 tasks, ask yourself one more question. If I could only complete one of these today, which one would move the needle the most? That's your first task. That's what you're starting with immediately. Step 4. Start timer plus first task. All right, this is the moment where your brain starts mounting the resistance campaign. You've hydrated, your desk is clean, you know exactly what you need to do, and now your brain goes, but wait, maybe I should check email first, or Slack, or maybe I need another coffee, or maybe I should reorganize my task list, or stop. This is your brain's last-ditch effort to avoid the discomfort of starting. Here's how you're going to outmaneuver it. Set a timer for exactly 7 minutes. Not 25 minutes, that's too much commitment. Not an hour, your brain will laugh at you. 7 minutes. Tell yourself, I'm only working for 7 minutes. That's it. Then I can stop if I want. This is called lowering the activation energy, and it's a psychological hack that works absurdly well. Here's why. Your brain doesn't resist 7 minutes. 7 minutes is nothing. You spend longer than that scrolling through social media. You can tolerate anything for 7 minutes. But here's what actually happens. Once you start, the hardest part is over. Starting is the real obstacle, not sustaining. Once you're in motion, you tend to stay in motion. Newton was onto something with that whole object in motion thing. Most of the time, you'll blow right past 7 minutes without even noticing. You'll look up and realize 20 minutes have passed, or 40, or you've completed the entire task. But even if you don't, even if you genuinely stop after 7 minutes, you've still made progress. You've proven to yourself that starting is possible. You've built momentum for tomorrow. Here's how to execute this step. Open your timer app. Phone timers work, but a physical timer on your desk is even better because there's no temptation to check notifications. Set it for exactly 7 minutes. Click Start on the timer and immediately start your first task at the same time. Don't ease into it. Don't warm up. Just start. Type the first sentence. Make the first edit. Write the first line of code. Send the first email. The quality doesn't matter yet. Perfection doesn't matter. Just start moving. And here's the brutal honesty. If you can't commit to 7 minutes, you're lying to yourself about wanting to be productive. 7 minutes is the absolute minimum viable effort. But I'm betting once you start, you're going to keep going, because starting was the only real obstacle. Total time? 15 minutes. Total decisions required? 0. Let's recap what just happened. You hydrated your brain so it can actually function. You set up your environment so working is easier than not working. You identified your 3 most important tasks so you know exactly where to focus. And you started with such a low commitment that your brain couldn't justify resisting. This chain removes negotiation. You're not asking yourself, should I be productive today? You're just hydrating. Then you're just setting up your desk. Then you're just writing 3 things down. Then you're just working for 7 minutes. Each step is so small your brain doesn't have time to mount a resistance campaign. And before you know it, you're working. Deeply. Effectively. That's the power of atomic chains. Now let's talk about the chain nobody teaches you. the energy restoration chain. Most people think productivity is about grinding harder, pushing through, powering up. Wrong. Real productivity is about managing your energy, not just your time. Here's your micro-break system that prevents burnout before it starts. Every 90 minutes, you run this 10-minute chain. Step 1, stand and stretch. 2 minutes. Get out of your chair. Move your body. Your brain needs blood flow. Sitting for hours straight literally reduces cognitive function. This isn't optional, it's maintenance. Step 2, hydrate. 1 minute. Drink water again. Yes, again. You're aiming for consistent energy, not caffeine-fueled spikes and crashes. Step 3, visual reset. 2 minutes. Look at something 20 feet away. Go outside if possible. Your eyes need a break from screens. This reduces eye strain and mental fatigue. Step 4, brain dump. 5 minutes. Write down everything bouncing around your head. Worries, tasks, random thoughts. Get them out of your brain and onto paper. This clears your mental RAM. Here's why this works. Your brain operates in 90-minute cycles called ultraradian rhythms. After 90 minutes of focused work, your effectiveness drops. Most people fight through this and wonder why they're exhausted by 2 p.m. You're not going to fight through it. You're going to work with your biology. This 10-minute chain resets your energy, clears mental clutter, and sets you up for another 90-minute sprint. Do this 3 times a day. That's 270 minutes of deep work, 4.5 hours of genuinely focused, high-quality output. That's more than most people accomplish in a full week. Finally, let's talk about the chain that sets up tomorrow's success, the end-of-day chain. Most people end their workday by just stopping. They close their laptop and walk away. Then tomorrow morning, they stare at their desk thinking, "What was I even doing?" You're not doing that anymore. Here's your 10-minute shutdown routine. Step 1, capture open loops. 3 minutes. Write down every unfinished task, every idea, every "I need to remember this." Get it out of your head and into a trusted system. Your brain shouldn't be a storage device, it's a processing device. Step 2, plan tomorrow's big 3. 3 minutes. Write down the 3 most important tasks for tomorrow. Not your full to-do list, just the 3 non-negotiables. When you wake up tomorrow, you'll know exactly where to start. Step 3, clean your workspace. 2 minutes. Clear your desk, close all tabs, reset your environment. You're creating a clean slate for tomorrow's pre-work chain. Step 4, close the day. Literally say, "Work is done," out loud if you need to. This is the psychological signal that separates work mode from life mode. This chain does 2 things. First, it prevents work from bleeding into your evening. Your brain can actually rest because it knows everything is captured and planned. Second, it eliminates tomorrow's decision fatigue. You're not waking up wondering what to do. You already decided yesterday. Now let's talk about why this actually matters long term. You've probably heard about the power of small improvements. Maybe you've even rolled your eyes at it because it sounds like another motivational cliche. But let me show you the actual math. If you improve by just 1% every single day for 1 year, here's what happens. 1.01 to the 365th equals 37.78. You're not 365% better, you're 37 times better. Let's make this concrete. Say you're currently spending 2 hours a day in genuine deep work. That's being generous. Most people spend about 30 minutes. A 1% improvement means adding just 1.2 minutes of focused work each day. That's barely noticeable. That's nothing. But compound that over a year, you're now doing 74 hours of deep work daily. Obviously, that's not realistic, but here's the real point. These tiny chains, 15 minutes to start your day, 10 minutes every 90 minutes, 10 minutes to end your day, they seem insignificant. But run them consistently for 90 days, 180 days, a year? You're not just building productivity, you're rebuilding your entire relationship with work. The person who runs these chains for a year is unrecognizable compared to the person who started. Different output, different results, different life. But only if you start today. Not tomorrow, not Monday, not when you feel ready. Today. Here's your challenge, and I want you to do this before you close this video. Pick one chain, just one. Don't try to implement all 3 tomorrow. That's how you fail. Pick the pre-work chain if mornings are your weak spot. Pick the energy restoration chain if you burn out by 2 p.m. every day. Pick the end-of-day chain if you wake up feeling disorganized and reactive. One chain, starting tomorrow. Write down the exact steps, set up your environment tonight, remove every possible obstacle. Make it so easy you'd feel stupid not doing it. Then run that chain for 30 days, every single day. No exceptions, no negotiations. Because here's what happens. After 30 days, it's not a system anymore. It's just what you do. It's automatic. It's non-negotiable. And once that first chain is locked in, add the second. Then the third. Within 90 days, you'll have 3 atomic systems running on autopilot, 3 chains that make productivity inevitable instead of optional. You won't need motivation, you won't need willpower, you won't need to feel inspired. You'll just be the person who shows up and does the work every day, like clockwork. That's the difference between people who have occasional productive days and people who have productive lives. So here's my question. Which chain are you starting with? Drop it in the comments right now. Lock in your commitment. And if you want more systems like this, no fluff, just actionable frameworks that actually work, subscribe and hit the bell. See you in the next one.